All right, let's quickly cut across to Ursula von der Leyen, the EU Commission President, who's speaking at the moment.
In a timely manner. We will discuss with the Member States and show some typical best practices, how to design income support schemes. This all will be in the communication that we will present next week. Already this week, we will consult Member States on more flexible state aid rules. That's an important tool too. This gives the Member States more space for the temporary state aid support in the most exposed sectors. And my goal is that this temporary state aid framework should be adopted still this month, so that we have in April the new temporary framework for state aid. That is this part of support measures. And the third element is how can we reduce the demand? Because, of course, the least expensive energy is the energy that is not used. We should reduce demand while fully respecting the free choice of consumers. So we are looking at energy efficiency levels such as renovation of buildings or the renewal of equipment in industrial operations. These are some measures, but there are also other measures that we will present or will be the core of the presentation of the communication next week on the table of the leaders. So far for the immediate measures. Now, at the same time, we all know that we also will need more structural measures to bring down energy prices and to give relief to citizens and businesses. As you recall, at the last European Council, we had already a very constructive discussion on the 4 cost components for the energy bill. You might recall the biggest chunk, of course, is the energy source itself. But then you have the grid charges, you have the taxes and levy, and the smallest part is the ETS. We discussed that at the last European Council. So we are partially delivering already on what we have discussed in the European Council and designing new elements. So the first one we looked at is the ETS cost. I want to repeat, it's the smallest amount in the energy bill. Here we have already now proposed changes of the market stability reserve. We are stopping the cancellation of allowances. We are boosting the firepower of the reserve. And with this, we are enhancing, which is very important, the stability.
Commission Chief, that's the EU Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen holding a news conference on the West Asian crisis and its impact on Europe. Remember, she's talking about the impact of the ongoing closure of the Strait of Hormuz at the moment globally, and of course listing out the measures that the EU is now taking to have minimal impact.